Now, we're going to learn how to coil clay and to make a clay pot. And your project will be a Jomon style pot, which is an ancient Japanese form of pottery that was coiled. So you have a piece of clay, right? You rip off a piece of clay from here, okay, and you take it in your hand and you start rolling it. Now you've already wedged it, and see, now we're getting a coil, okay, like a big snake. And I want to make this a little smaller, okay? That's a good diameter to start with, 1/2 inch. That's 1/2 inch. See the quick of my front of my finger, the quick of my nail is about 1/2 inch. If you put that on there like that, that is about 1/2 inch. See that? How about that? Just learned a new thing. I'm going to make a little base for my pot that I'm going to make. So I take a piece of clay and I ball it up, and then I mush it down like this. Now you're going to, this will be the bottom of my pot that I'm going to make, because we're making a coil pot. You have your material. This is your slip in here. Okay, it's all mushy clay now. Okay, you can see how mushy it is. Okay, it's like glue. Okay, and then I'm going to teach you now how to score and slip. This is serrated here. I can use this edge here, and I can go around here, and I can make a serrated edge on here. Okay, now it's all messed up. This is scoring. This is called scoring. You have your clay. You're gonna score your clay. See, I'm doing this. This is scoring your clay, and you're preparing it for later when you're gonna attach it to here. Now I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna take this clay and I'm gonna mush it on here with my finger. You can use a brush if you really wanted to, but you know what? That's a lot of work. And you just want to get this thing done, right? You want to get started. Now I'm going to take some of the slip and I'm going to put it onto here, onto my piece of material here. Okay, onto my coil, right? Some more on there. Okay, now I got that on there. Now I can take this and I can mush it down onto here. Okay, and I've got this pin tool. I can use this to cut. I cut this, and now I have this thing in here like that. You can see what that looks like. Now that's gluing itself to there. Put a little pressure on there. Okay, and you want to come around on the inside of your thing. You can use the end of the pin tool. It's like a finger, okay? And you want to mush and make sure you have no seams in there. No seams at all. You put your finger in there, that works too. Okay, and then later on the outside of here, you can come, and you can do it now if you want, and you can come around with your tool and start cleaning things up around the bottom of your pot. Okay, and that's how you do it. You can mush that around there. Okay. The coil method, ancient method of making a pot or a cup or anything. Now, get some more slip. Put it onto your coil. Okay, take your loop tool that has the serrated edge on it and go around here, and now you're going to score that, and you're going to put some more material on that. Okay, there you go. And now we're going to put another layer of coil on here, and you're slowly, right? And we're going to take this clay and we're going to roll it around into a shape, like a little spiral. Okay, and this clay is pretty darn wet, so it's just gluing itself. It's gluing it to itself. Take this, score this on the bottom, score this over here. Take your clay, put that over there, and mush that on there. Now it's slipped and scored to that. You have your clay again. You have you're making a coil. I'm gonna make a coil. And my coil is gonna go up and around this new little detail that I made here, okay? Score your clay, score your clay. Everything's scored, so everything will stick. You want everything to stick. More slip, put your slip on there. Put your slip on here. And this clay is getting wet. The wetter it gets, the more it wants to stick to itself. Now, I'm gonna take this object and put this coil around here like this. And now I'm gonna cut the edge with my tool, mush that in, and now you have put this detail into here, right? And then you do the same thing. You take your tools and you clean everything up. As you go and build, you want to be cleaning everything. You have your sponge. Go in there, make sure you get all the moisture out of here. You don't want any moisture in here. Okay, join everything up. If it's not joining up together, mush it together. Get another piece of clay, put it on there, and join it up. Okay, so now you've got this side and this side, and we're gonna fill this in over here as well. Mush everything in. So now you have a built Jomon pot, and you can see the various sides of it, so you get a good idea of what it looks like. There, I need to see what I'm doing here. There you go. All right, so now what you need to do is, this has issues here. You see that? That is a hole in the pot. Okay, you can't have, when you make something, you should not have any holes. So we want to fill those holes. You got a piece of clay, you can come in from behind, put some slip on it, right? And mush that in there into the thing. And guess what? It fell down in. That's not good. So I got it back out. I use my pin tool. Okay, take that thing and mush it in there, right? Take this tool and hold your finger on the other side and gently mush, right? Gently mush on the inside of there. And now we're getting rid of that hole. Also, you can go around the inside of your pot. Okay, you can go around the inside of your pot so you can see here. I'm trying to get a good angle on here with the light here. There you go. Okay, and go around on the inside of the pot and clean up all of your inside of your pot. Your whole pot needs to be smooth on the inside. Okay, that's what you gotta do. You gotta do that. And if you're handling it by your hand, you have to be very gentle with it. Okay, be very gentle. Or you could hold it like this and slowly work your way around inside the pot. Okay, so you want that all smooth eventually. Okay, and then you've got your sponge, and you take your sponge, and if your pot's not too deep, you can get your finger in there and you can sponge it out. Or you can take a piece of wood and your sponge, and you can wrap a piece of wire or string around it like this. See that? Imagine you had string, okay? And now you can go on the inside of your pot and you can go and clean it that way using your sponge attached to a piece of wood. You're making a tool. And I will actually have tools like this. I don't have one with me right now, but that's how you make a tool. Or you can use a piece of string, whatever you got, okay? Now, on the outside of your pot, you have these striations here, okay? And this is part of the detail and the beauty of your pot, this organic nature of it. And you wanna make sure everything is nice looking on here, right? You're cleaning it up. Again, you got schmutz over here. Get rid of that. Okay, and you wanna keep coming around and refining your shape. And you take your sponge, you got your sponge, and you go over it and you clean it up. You slowly clean it up and get rid of all the junk that's on there and make it pretty.
And if you've got spaces that, I just mashed my thing. I can't believe I did that. You have to be more careful. See that hole there? No good. Let's get rid of that hole. And take my clay piece here, and I'm gonna mush it in from the inside and fill that hole from the inside. I don't want to mess up my exterior detail. I'm gonna put this over here. I got another one over here, right?
That this is coming together here. Okay, now here, this actually is looking like an eye here and an eye here and a mouth and a nose. Okay, so you get some really interesting stuff happening on your thing. Now this looks like an eye and a mouth and then like a forehead. Okay, and you do is you use your sponge to clean everything so that it is smooth, right? You smooth everything out. You don't want any areas that are messed up looking. All right, and then if we look on the inside of here, you see that I've smoothed things out as much as possible. See that? There you go. You can see I smoothed things out inside of the pot, and even in the bottom I could do a little bit more. Okay, and you want to have everything nice and smooth. Your rim, you want your rim to be smooth, everything, right? And that's how you do it. And now you have created a cup. And so you want to let this dry out a little bit, and then you would come back into it with your tools and clean it up some more, okay, and get everything all smooth and beautiful. And if you wanted to, you could actually make a handle that goes onto here, but that's a little more complicated, and we'll talk about that in the future.